Okay, good morning, Year 8. Just a reminder to some of you that you need to do your My Maths task from yesterday. Thank you to those of you that have already done it. But those of you that haven't, you need to do that before you do this to make sure that you don't fall behind. I am setting a little bit of work on a Monday, on a Thursday, and on a Friday when we would have our maths lessons. So just make sure you don't fall behind. You know when we've been doing this for a while now. You know when it's coming up. You know, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays is maths day, maths lesson day. So please don't fall behind. Okay, so you've got your second lesson on algebraic notation today. What I'd like you to do is pause the video and write your date, title, and learning objective. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to look at these rules that I spoke about last time. So, in algebra, when we multiply two terms together, that could be two letters or two numbers and letters or something, we simplify and we don't use a time sign. So if we had something like 5 times y, that would equal 5y. So we get rid of that gap between them and we get rid of that multiplication sign and we just put the two things next to each other. Your second rule, when we multiply terms together, when we simplify, the number must always come first when we've simplified it. So for example, if I had something like f times 6, we must swap them round, get rid of that time sign, squish them together and put 6f. So the number always comes before the letter. Last rule, in algebra, when we multiply two terms together, letters or numbers or a combination, they must simplify to be in alphabetical order. So if we had something like b times a times c, we would get rid of those multiplication signs, squish them together, but we would write them in alphabetical order. So A, B, C. Okay, so those three rules are really, really important, and I would like you to write these down with the examples that I've put there as well. So pause the video and do that now. Take your time, absolutely take your time with it. So we're going to do some examples now, continuing from our last algebraic notation lesson. So this is your first example. I'd like you to copy this down. It says simplify the following expressions. What that means is just what we were doing before in those rules that I just talked about. Now, if you notice here, we've got two numbers. Now, we can actually multiply them together, so that's fine. So I can do 5 times 2, and I know the number always comes first, and that's 10. And then I've got a letter there, so I just put the letter on the end. So my answer is 10b, with no gap between them. So I've multiplied those two numbers together and I've put the letter on the end because the numbers always come first before the letters. The next one, now I can actually multiply these two together because they're both numbers. I can do 3 times 4 and that gives me 12, and I know the number always comes first, and then I've got the letter to put on, which is M. So my answer to that is 12M. Remember, in algebra, we get rid of those time signs, we don't write them, and we just write the two things that we're multiplying together next to each other. So make sure you've got that copied down, and we'll move on to the second example. Example number 2, now there's 4 things we need to go through here. Now, first one, part A, 2x times y. Now we know the number always comes first, so 2. And then we've got x and y. Now, which way round should that go? Should it go yx or xy? You've got to think alphabetically what should happen. Well, we know in the alphabet, x comes before y, and so it's going to be 2xy, and we get rid of that time sign. Let's have a look at the next one. Similar question. We've got 4qp. Now we know the 4 is going to come first, Now, QP or PQ? PQ, because that's in alphabetical order. So our answer is 4PQ. Part C, now here we've got 2 letters and 2 numbers. We're going to think about the numbers first, because remember they always come first. So we're going to do 2 times 3, which gives us 6. And then we're going to do and think about A and B. Now, which way round should they go? Should it go BA or AB? AB. So our answer is 6AB for that. Now remember, we can times numbers together, but we can't times letters together. So that's why they just have to go next to each other. Okay, then last one. 7 times 2F. Well, we think of the numbers first. So 7 times 2 is 14. And then we've got that F there. We've got no other letters, so we can just put F by itself. So that's going to be 14F. So make sure you copy this down as well. If you need to go back, rewind through the video and listen to me again. Okay, take it slowly. Okay, and here are the questions I'd like you to do. So this is from the textbook that we would usually use in class, and I'd like us to do questions 3 and 4 from the textbook today. So only 2 questions to do, okay? Now there are answers at the end of the PDF that I'm going to attach, so you can mark your answers afterwards. Okay, always remember, number comes first, then the letters, and they have to be in alphabetical order. Okay, really, really important. And we don't put any time signs. We have no gaps and we don't have any time signs. Okay, so take a picture of your work and send it to me, please, via Google Classroom or via email, whichever one is working for you. And please let me know if you have any problems at all, and I shall do my best to help you out. After you've done your maths work, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Weather's not so good tomorrow, but on Sunday I think it's taken a good turn up. So I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I hope you're all well and safe.